with the mastermind from the beginning, it was again something new, something uncomfortable. And we felt like our business was great. There was no fear of us, going out of business or anything, but we wanted to level up. We wanted to take the risk. We already believed in Billy from previous conversations and stuff that I've seen on his content. So Aaron and I made a decision, said, just try it. If it, no offense, but we basically said, if this is bad, then we're out, and the first week, super uncomfortable. You can, if you could ever see the first video of all of us in that on that Zoom, you can tell everyone's a little shy. There's only one guy that, besides Billy that was talking. Shout out VCG. But as we've grown together and started to realize that, hey, we're all here to help each other, it's just, I feel like my confidence is the main thing that's grown from that group. You can see it in my actions again. The posting that I do once, no, 3, 4 times a week. I think minimum through the mastermind, it's 3 times. I do 4, sometimes 5 times a week now, without that fear of, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? So we challenge each other so much that the ongoing, I would say, humor in it is who's going to quit first. So if everyone's involved that much, it must be something good. It must be something positive. I wouldn't, I guess I could sleep during that time, but why not get that 2 hour benefit of it? So overall, it's every time I'm done for the night with that mastermind, I can't sleep because I've got so much that I have to digest. I mean, I can take my notes, but then I'm just kind of laying there like, oh my gosh, like we just talked about A, B, and C, and holy cow, I'm almost at the point where I might just start going to my shop after the mastermind so I can get all these ideas out of my head. So other relationships, again, I've learned from the mastermind that sometimes we don't have to strive to have those positive relationships with people that could care less about us. There are that core group of guys and gal. You can see that we believe in each other. So even if I have a struggle with something, it's not like everybody in the room is like, oh, this guy just failed. No, it's like, hey, how are we going to help this guy rebound off of this? What input can we do? What suggestions can we provide? I've learned more about porches. I've learned more about home cleaning. I mean, that's just a shout out to those guys' businesses. But I've also learned that it doesn't matter what age you are in life. We've got a guy who's 22 years old who I feel like he will be ahead of where I was when I was 22 in the next 5 years. And then you have a guy who's a little bit older than me who is still growing his business as it is. And so that encourages me a lot to that, I have no intention to ever stop growing. I'm never going to just settle down. I'm at that, in that 4 to 5 range. Again, I I've been late to one meeting, and these are my actions, but I've never missed one. And it doesn't matter if I'm feeling, if I'm under the weather or whatnot. It's something that I'm committed to without even any kind of hesitation. If we want to change the day, it's fine. We need to adjust and do something where we all meet Saturday morning at 6. Wasn't that one time? I don't think anyone batted an eye at it. It's how can we adjust to it? So clearly it's high on my priority list. I've recommended to a few people. I've got somebody in mind also, just to show where it's evolved, is when and if Billy and Desiree start another one, I've got one that would be a good fit for the direction that they have talked about for that specific mastermind. I wanna be successful.